Hello everyone, and welcome back. Volcanoes. They're breathtaking to look at, but terrifying when they awaken. Imagine mountains that sleep for centuries, only to erupt with unimaginable power, wiping out cities, changing weather, and rewriting history itself. Today, we're diving into the 10 deadliest volcanoes ever erupted on Earth. Some of these blasts were so powerful they changed the planet's climate, and others wiped out entire civilizations. This is Micode-TV, and I'm Lucas. Let's get started. Number 10. Santa Maria, Guatemala. At first glance, the Santa Maria volcano in Guatemala looks peaceful, wrapped in lush forests and calm skies. But on October 25th, 1902, everything changed. After centuries of silence, Santa Maria exploded with unbelievable force, sending ash and pumice across 273,000 square kilometers, larger than the entire United Kingdom. A giant crater over a kilometer long and 300 meters deep ripped open the mountain. Sadly, no one had warned the local people. There was no proper monitoring. Over 5,000 lives were lost, and the government, distracted by a national festival, gave little help to the survivors. Imagine living through that. Your world in ashes, your home gone, and no one coming to help. Santa Maria wasn't just a natural disaster. It was a human tragedy too. Number 9. Laki Volcano, Iceland. Most eruptions last a few days or weeks, but Laki in Iceland defied all rules. In 1783, it erupted for 8 relentless months, poisoning the air and darkening the skies. The toxic gases killed nearly 80% of Iceland's livestock, triggering a famine that wiped out a quarter of the population. But the effects didn't stop there. The deadly haze spread across Europe, creating strange heat waves, acid rain, and famine. Some say this chaos even helped ignite the French Revolution. Across the Atlantic, it may have delayed peace in the American Revolution too. One volcano, one eruption, yet it reshaped weather, politics, and history itself. Laki didn't just erupt, it changed the world's balance. Number 8. Mount Vesuvius, Italy. You've probably heard of this one. The year was 79 AD, and the Roman Empire was at its peak. Suddenly, Mount Vesuvius erupted with unimaginable force. The volcano sent clouds of burning ash and gas 33 kilometers into the air, with 100,000 times more thermal energy than the atomic bomb. Within hours, the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum were buried alive under meters of ash. Around 16,000 people perished, their final moments frozen in time. Centuries later, archaeologists uncovered their remains, perfectly preserved, a haunting window into the past. If you ever visit Italy, standing near Vesuvius and looking over Pompeii feels like touching history itself. Number 7. Mount Unzen, Japan. In 1792, the peaceful slopes of Mount Unzen turned deadly. It started with an eruption. But what followed was even worse. A powerful earthquake shook the volcano, collapsing its dome. This triggered a massive landslide that buried the city of Shimabara. And when the debris hit the ocean, a 57-meter tsunami came crashing back onto the coast. In minutes, nearly 15,000 people lost their lives. To this day, Mount Unzen's eruption remains Japan's deadliest volcanic disaster, and it left behind a lasting fear of both earthquakes and volcanoes in the hearts of the Japanese people. Number 6. The Minoan eruption, Santorini, Greece. Picture the beautiful white and blue island of Santorini. Now, imagine it torn apart by fire, ash, and giant waves. Around 1600 BC, the Santorini volcano exploded in one of the largest eruptions in human history, known as the Minoan eruption. It spewed out 100 cubic kilometers of volcanic material and sent tsunamis up to 150 meters high, crashing into nearby Crete. Entire civilizations were devastated. Some believe this event inspired the legend of the lost city of Atlantis, a mighty island swallowed by the sea. Today, Santorini is a peaceful tourist paradise, but deep below, that same volcano still simmers. Number 5. Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia. November the 13th, 1985. a day Colombia will never forget. Nevado del Ruiz erupted after months of warning signs that were tragically ignored. When the volcano blew, the heat melted the snow and ice at its peak, sending huge rivers of mud, called lahars, rushing down the slopes. The town of Armero was hit directly. Within minutes, 24,000 people were gone, buried alive. Survivors were furious at their government for doing nothing, despite scientists' warnings. This tragedy changed the world. It led to the creation of the Volcano Disaster Assistance Program, which now monitors volcanoes across the globe to prevent another Armero. Number 4. Mount Pelée, Martinique. In 1902, the Caribbean island of Martinique witnessed one of the deadliest eruptions in history. Mount Pelée had been rumbling for weeks, yet officials falsely assured the people of Saint-Pierre that there was no danger. Instead of escaping, many moved closer to the city. Then came the nightmare. First, a mudslide smashed into a sugar mill, triggering a tsunami. Soon after, venomous snakes and centipedes slithered into the streets. And finally, on May 8th, the volcano unleashed its fury. A cloud of scorching gas raced down at 400 kilometers per hour, erasing the city in minutes. Over 30,000 lives were lost, and only 2 people survived, marking the birth of modern volcanology. Number 3. Krakatoa, Indonesia. Now this one wasn't just deadly, it was world-changing. On August 27, 1883, Krakatoa exploded with the force of 200 megatons of TNT, 200 times stronger than the Hiroshima bomb. The blast was so loud that it ruptured eardrums 64 kilometers away and was heard over 5,000 kilometers from the island. The shockwaves circled the globe 7 times. A tsunami nearly 40 meters tall followed, destroying 165 coastal villages and killing over 36,000 people. But the worst part? The eruption threw so much ash into the atmosphere that global temperatures dropped for years. Crops failed, skies turned red, and famine spread worldwide. Krakatoa didn't just reshape Indonesia. It changed the climate of the entire planet. Number 2. Ilopango, El Salvador. This ancient eruption was so powerful that it echoed through history books across continents. Around 539 AD, Ilopango exploded with such force that it covered Central America in thick ash, burying Mayan cities and creating a massive crater lake. The eruption released enormous amounts of sulfur into the air, possibly darkening the skies across the world. Temperatures dropped, crops failed, and famines struck as far away as Europe and China. Some scientists now think it may have erupted earlier, around 431 AD. But either way, Ilopango's blast remains one of the biggest in the Americas, leaving behind both mystery and destruction. Number 1. Mount Tambora, Indonesia. And finally, the deadliest eruption in recorded human history, Mount Tambora. In April 1815, the volcano erupted with unimaginable force, scoring 7 out of 8 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index. It tore through Indonesia with terrifying force. Around 100,000 people died instantly, but the true devastation came after. The massive ash cloud blocked sunlight, causing global temperatures to drop by 3 degrees Celsius. The following year, 1816, became known as the Year Without a Summer. Snow fell in June, crops failed, and famine struck across continents. Nearly 90,000 more people lost their lives as a result. Mount Tambora didn't just destroy an island, it changed the entire world. And there you have it, the 10 deadliest volcanoes ever erupted on Earth. Which eruption shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey through history's most explosive events. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss more amazing top 10s. This is Lucas from Micode-TV, signing off. Click on one of the videos on your screen to discover more incredible stories from our planet's wild history. See you there?